In 2022, the final year before Elon Musk took over, Twitter generated $4.4 billion in advertising revenue. That is a 48% collapse in just 3 years. But here's what they're not telling you. According to Kantar's Global Marketing Survey, 26% of marketers plan to decrease their X advertising spend in 2026. That's the biggest recorded pullback from any major global advertising platform ever. And when you see what Elon did to cause this, when you look at what's really happening behind the scenes, you'll understand why some of the world's biggest brands would rather burn their marketing budgets than advertise on his platform. Meet Rachel Torres. She owns a boutique marketing agency in Austin, Texas. 12 employees. Annual revenue around $2.8 million. For 5 years, X advertising was her secret weapon. She spent $5,200 per month on promoted posts and targeted campaigns. It was her highest return on investment channel. Better than Facebook, better than LinkedIn, better than Google Ads. Her cost per acquisition was $47. The industry average was $82. X advertising was printing money for her business. Then, November 2023 happened. Media Matters published a report showing that ads from major companies, including IBM, Apple, Oracle, and Comcast, were appearing next to pro-Nazi content. Rachel did not see the report immediately. She found out another way. A client called her, furious. The client said their ad for the law firm was showing up next to a post that said, "Jews control the banks," and demanded she fix it now, or they were done. Rachel logged into X and checked the ad placements. Her stomach dropped. 3 of her clients' ads had appeared in threads filled with extremist content. White supremacist talking points, violent rhetoric, content that, before Musk's takeover, would have been removed within hours. Now it was staying up, amplified, monetized. She immediately paused all campaigns. $5,200 per month, gone. But it gets worse. Rachel tried to reach X support, report the issue, and get an explanation. Radio silence. The support team had been gutted. Elon Musk had fired 80% of Twitter's staff, including most of the trust and safety teams. The people whose job it was to prevent exactly this situation. 3 clients threatened to leave her agency. They did not care that it was not her fault. Their brands had been damaged. Rachel moved everything to Meta, shifting to Instagram and Facebook ads. Higher costs, lower return on investment. But at least her clients' ads were not appearing next to Nazi propaganda. She's not alone. According to marketing intelligence platform Media Radar, from January to September 2024, major advertisers collectively spent 98% less on X compared to the same period in 2023. 98%. That's not a dip. That's a cliff. In October 2022, Elon Musk completed his $44 billion acquisition of Twitter. Within weeks, he made a catastrophic decision. He fired 50% of Twitter's workforce. Over 3,700 employees were gone overnight, including most of the content moderation team, the trust and safety department, and the people responsible for keeping hate speech off the platform. Musk called it efficiency. Advertisers called it reckless. Then he reinstated thousands of previously banned accounts. Kanye West, Alex Jones, prominent white nationalists, and conspiracy theorists. These were accounts that had been permanently banned for violating Twitter's terms of service. Elon Musk reinstated them all. His stated reasoning was free speech abolitism. Kantar's 2024 research found that only 4% of marketers believe X provides adequate brand safety. 4%. For comparison, Google Ads rates 39% for brand safety. YouTube rates 35%. Even TikTok rates 12%. X is dead last, and it is getting worse. Between 2022 and 2024, marketer trust in X advertising dropped from 22% to just 12%. That's a 45% decline in trust in less than 2 years. Major brands started pulling out immediately. In November 2023, IBM, Disney, Apple, Comcast, NBC Universal, Warner Brothers Discovery, Lionsgate, Paramount, and Sony suspended advertising on X. Their combined annual ad spend on the platform was over $170 million, all gone. Now, here's where it gets truly insane. November 29th, 2023, the DealBook Summit in New York. Elon Musk is interviewed by journalist Andrew Ross Sorkin live on stage. Sorkin asks about the advertiser exodus, how Elon plans to win them back. If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go fuck yourself. He repeated it. Go fuck yourself. He said it 3 times. On stage, at a business conference, to his advertisers. Then he singled out Disney CEO Bob Iger, who was in the audience. He said, "Hey Bob, if you're in the audience." Dead silence. Sorkin tried to bring him back to reality and asked what happens to X if advertisers don't return. Elon's answer was that this advertising boycott is going to kill the company, and the whole world will know that those advertisers killed the company. He did not say, "I made mistakes." He did not say, "I'll fix the problems." He blamed the advertisers for leaving a platform where their ads appeared next to Nazi content. Linda Yaccarino, X's CEO, the person whose entire job is maintaining advertiser relationships, was sitting in the audience watching her boss torpedo her work in real time. The next day, she posted on X defending Musk, and she called it information independence. Behind the scenes, industry insiders say Yaccarino was blindsided, furious, but she couldn't say anything publicly. Her credibility was evaporating. Here's the part that should terrify Elon. Not a single client complained. Not one asked to go back to X. Why? Performance had gotten worse. David showed me the data. Between 2022 and 2024, average cost per click on X was up 37%. Average engagement rate was down 28%. Conversion rate was down 41%. X was not just becoming brand unsafe, it was becoming ineffective. David's theory was that the user base was changing. The people who stayed on X after the changes were either hardcore Elon fans or people who thrived in the chaos. Neither group was clicking ads for business-to-business software or enterprise services. He's not wrong. Multiple studies show X's user demographics have shifted dramatically since Musk's takeover. There was a higher proportion of political activists, conspiracy theorists, and bot accounts. There was a lower proportion of mainstream consumers with purchasing power. Advertisers do not want to reach people who argue about politics 16 hours a day. They want to reach people who buy things. David's agency will not be going back to X ever. Even if Elon personally apologized and fixed everything tomorrow, the trust is gone. We cannot risk our clients' brands. The platform is toxic. Let's look at the full picture. 2022, before Musk took over, Twitter generated $4.4 billion in revenue, predominantly from advertising. 2023, year 1 under Musk, revenue fell to $3.4 billion, a 23% decline. 2024, year 2, revenue dropped further to $2.6 billion, another 24% dropped. 2025 projected X is expected to generate around $2.9 billion in total revenue. That includes subscriptions, data licensing, and other sources. Advertising specifically was around $2.3 billion. That is a 48% collapse from 2022 levels. But wait, it gets worse. Elon saddled the company with $13 billion in debt when he bought it. The annual interest payments alone are $1.2 billion. Do the math. $2.9 billion in revenue, minus operating costs, minus $1.2 billion in debt servicing, equals basically break even, or worse. Multiple reports suggest X is losing money every quarter. Compare that to Musk's original projections. When he bought Twitter, he forecast $26.4 billion in annual revenue by 2028. Current trajectory, they will be lucky to hit $3 billion. That is an 88% miss. Now here's the truly devastating stat. Remember when I mentioned 26% of marketers plan to decrease X advertising in 2026? That's a net figure, meaning 26% more are decreasing than increasing. For comparison, TikTok, 77% net increase planned. YouTube, 42% net increase planned. Instagram, 38% net increase planned. X, 26% net decrease. X is the only major platform where more advertisers are leaving than joining, and it's accelerating. Between November 2023 and September 2024, 50 of X's top 100 advertisers completely stopped spending on the platform. 50 out of 100, half their biggest customers, gone. Now, here is what Elon does not want you to know. In August 2024, X filed a lawsuit against the Global Alliance for Responsible Media, GARM, and several major advertisers. The lawsuit accused them of colluding to boycott X and of withholding billions of dollars in advertising. In other words, Elon was trying to sue advertisers for choosing not to advertise on his platform. Think about that. A company suing its customers for not buying its product. The named defendants were CVS, Unilever, Mars, and Danish energy company Ørsted. The lawsuit said they violated antitrust laws by coordinating their decisions to pause X advertising. Industry response was laughter mixed with horror. Legal experts called the case frivolous and desperate. One advertising executive told Adweek that Musk had told advertisers to go fuck themselves, and now he is suing them for following his advice. GARM, which had over 100 member companies, shut down entirely in November 2024 because of the lawsuit. But the advertiser exodus continued anyway. Because the lawsuit did not address the actual problem, X had become a place where brand safety was impossible. Even after trying to sue his way back to profitability, nothing changed. In November 2024, Comcast, Disney, Warner Bros. Discovery, IBM, and Lionsgate returned to X with minimal ad spending. Combined spending from January to September 2024 was $3.3 million. Combined spending in the same period in 2023 was $170 million. That is a 98% decline. They came back, but they did not spend. Apple has still not returned. It has maintained a total ad freeze since November 2023. So where does this leave Elon? He is facing an impossible situation. Option 1, make X advertiser friendly again. Fire Linda Yaccarino, hire back moderation teams, reinstate content policies, apologize. Will he do it? No. His ego will not allow it. Option 2, double down on subscriptions. Make X Premium the primary revenue source. Charge users monthly. Remove ads entirely for paying members. He is trying this, but it is not working. Current X Premium subscribers are estimated at 1.5 million globally. To replace $4 billion in lost advertising revenue with subscriptions, he would need 50 million people paying $8 per month. Current growth rate? Not even close. Option 3, sell to someone else. Let someone competent fix the mess. Again, his ego will not allow it. Plus, he would take a catastrophic financial loss. He paid $44 billion for a company now worth maybe $10 to $15 billion. Option 4, let it slowly die. This seems most likely. X will not disappear overnight, but it will become increasingly irrelevant. Ad revenue will keep dropping. User quality will decline. Competitors like Threads, Blue Sky, and others will chip away at the user base. Eventually, X becomes a niche platform for Elon's fans and political extremists, which, ironically, is exactly what advertisers feared would happen. And here is the truly sad part. This was completely preventable. All Elon had to do was keep the content moderation teams, not insult advertisers, not platform Nazis, but he could not help himself. And now X is hemorrhaging money. Advertisers are gone. Trust is destroyed. And Elon Musk is learning a very expensive lesson. You can't bully people into giving you money. If this opened your eyes to what's really happening with X, hit that subscribe button, because we're just getting started with CEO Report. Next week, we're covering Mark Zuckerberg and the Meta Threads launch that's quietly destroying X from the inside. After that, how Sam Altman's OpenAI is burning through investor money faster than any startup in history. Drop a comment. Have you or your business stopped advertising on X? What was the final straw? And if you work in digital marketing, I want to hear from you. What platforms are you moving ad spend to? This is CEO Report. We cover the power moves behind the headlines. Because when billionaires panic, there's always a reason. And that reason is usually sitting in a spreadsheet somewhere showing catastrophic losses. Thanks for watching. See you next week.